I think you're both muted there.
Hi, I'm Hillary Turner. A little bit about me. ACCES Employment Project Manager of the Connecting to Careers and Advanced Manufacturing program. I've managed, prior to this program, ACCES's refugee portfolio for 6 years. I'm a Jill of many trades. I'm a former teacher, entrepreneur, CAF reservist, and a stay-at-home mom. My languages include French, Spanish, and a little bit of Japanese. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much, Hillary. Okay, so hello everyone, and my name is Rabab, and I'm the employment consultant with ACCES Employment, specifically focusing on connecting to careers in advanced manufacturing program. I immigrated from Dubai to Greater Toronto in 2022. I have been passionate about helping individuals from diverse backgrounds to navigate their career paths. And I'm here to share more information about connecting to careers in advanced manufacturing with you. And so I'll get started. So just to give you an introduction, I would like to introduce you to ACCES Employment. We're an organization dedicated to supporting job seekers from diverse backgrounds who face barriers to employment in Canada. Our mission is to help these individuals successfully integrate into the Canadian job market by offering tailored employment services. One of our key initiatives is the Connecting to Careers in Advanced Manufacturing program, which provides participants with specialized training and resources to excel in this dynamic industry. So we're going to explore a little bit more detail. This is a little bit about our delivering results. So far, we have served more than 56,000 job seekers. We have more than 37 of experience in delivering employment and recruitment services. 93% of our clients recommend our programs and services. And we have more than 200,000 total number of visits in person and online. And 89% of our pre-arrival clients were employed in their field within 1 year. These are our locations. We have locations Toronto, Scarborough, North York, Mississauga, Brampton, Markham, Newmarket. So Ontario plays a crucial role in Canada's machinery manufacturing industry, housing almost half of country's business and workers in this field. A key point to note here is that there is a significant portion of the workforce, which is 32.4%, is age 55 and older, which is much higher than the 22.3% seen across all industries in the province. This shift highlights the growing presence of older workers in the sector. Moreover, the machinery manufacturing industry has been impressive, having a full-time employment rate with 97.9% of workers in full-time positions. This is considerably higher than the provincial average of 82.4%. These statistics emphasize the stability and opportunity available within the industry, and it makes an important area for job seekers and employers alike. And a little bit of information. In 2022, employment in Ontario machinery manufacturing sector rose by 2.4%, nearing pre-pandemic levels. This positive trend continued into 2023 with a further of 1.7% increase in the first half of the year. As industry shifts towards advanced manufacturing and the production of custom high-level value products, companies are increasingly seeking higher skill. However, many recruitment challenges, particularly in skilled trades such as machining, metal forming, and shaping. And firms in Ontario machinery's manufacturing sector are increasingly investing in automation and expanding local production facilities. Hiring forecasts indicate job growth, and retirements will contribute to a slight increase of over 2%. Significant capital investments in the automotive industry, particularly for electrical vehicle production and battery manufacturing plants, are driving recent growth. And additionally, we can see expansions in agriculture and food manufacturing, along with major nuclear refurbishment projects, are further supporting demand for machinery manufacturing products. Um, The Canadian manufacturers and exporters have raised concerns about the increasing job vacancies in Ontario's manufacturing sector. So we're highlighting the dual challenge of thousands of new positions being created alongside a wave of retirements. Currently, there are over 18,000 vacancies with more than 7,000 confirmed new manufacturing jobs emerging specifically in electrical vehicle and automotive fields within the next 2 years. It is important to address the misconceptions surrounding these jobs. They're not dirty, back-breaking roles of the past. In reality, most manufacturing positions involve working with advanced technology and automation. And also, Ontario's life science sector plays a crucial role in the province economy, employing over 72,000 individuals in high-value jobs across approximately 2,000 firms. This sector not only contributes significantly to the local economy, but also exports more than 12 billion in goods globally. This is just a salary snapshot of some of the positions. So we have machine operator around 36,000 annually. Of course, this could vary from city to city and firm to firm. We have maintenance technician around 55,000. We have production supervisor over 70,000. How are you going to be successful in this industry or sector or even this program? So this program is an exceptional initiative designed to empower individuals seeking to build a successful career in Canada's growing manufacturing sector. As the industry evolves in advancements in technology and increased demand for skilled labor, this program equips participants with essential skills and knowledge needed to thrive. One of the program's standout feature is to focus on upskilling and reskilling. Participants gain hands-on experience with the latest manufacturing technologies and practices, ensuring they're well prepared to meet the needs of the employers. The curriculum itself is tailored to address the specific competencies sought by the industry, making graduates highly competitive in the job market. Moreover, the program fosters strong connections with local employers, providing clients with valuable networking opportunities and insights into the industry landscape. By bridging the gap between the job seekers and businesses, participants are not only trained for immediate employment, but they're also positioned for long-term career growth. So, in a sector that is rapidly growing, this program is more than just a training initiative. It is a gateway to sustainable employment and a pathway to success in one of the Canada's most vital industries. This program not only transforms lives, but also contributes to overall economic vitality of the community. This is one of our success stories of a client who joined our program. The client was a newcomer within a few months in the country, joined our within the span of time, got employed with one of great manufacturers of Amhel North America as a process technician. So let's talk a little bit about the eligibility of the program. So the eligibility looks like anyone who is eligible to work in Canada, that means has an open work permit that is valid for 2 years, as well as they have the valid SIN number. We're looking for mid-career workers with at least 3 years of work or volunteering experience. So the age requirement is between 29 and 55. We're looking for client participants to have equivalent of high school, Canadian high school with grade 12 math. Physics would be definitely a bonus. Digital literacy, proficient with Microsoft Office and web application, excellent verbal and written communication skills, and self-motivated individuals with solid goal setting, critical thinking, and problem-solving skills. The program components are as follows. We have 5 micro-credentials. Each micro-credential is divided into 2 weeks: electric motors, electric pneumatics, lean manufacturing, mechatronic control system, program logic controllers. PLCs is the only component that is divided into 4 weeks. It is the biggest chunk of the program. After the 16 weeks, you are going to be moving into the Work Integrated Learning Project, which is a real-life business project that you're going to be putting your theory into practical. We're also supporting you with job search and soft skills training, partnered with external facilitators and coaches, which you will be getting with future skills, design thinking, creative problem solving. Also, we are inviting mentors from the industry so that you can gain their expertise and knowledge and network with them. You are going to be receiving a separate coach, which is going to be a business language coach and a technical coach. The business language coach is going to support you with your language skills, as well as the technical coach is going to support you with your academics component. Each course is asynchronous theoretical in addition to hands-on practical component. Theoretical component contains several formative assessments plus one final summative assessment on which learners must score 80%. The practical component provides the trainers with opportunity to instruct learners on the remainder of learning outcomes required. The in-person sessions culminate with the learners once feeling confident being tested by the trainer for a specific completion of tasks and behaviors. To obtain a micro-credential, each learner must be able to independently perform in-lab tasks with a minimal amount of error or correction instruction from the trainer. It is important to know that you are going to be working in groups, but in order for you to succeed in your micro-credential and pass the micro-credential, you would need to independently perform in-lab tasks and assessments. This is just an overview to show you how our schedule looks like. We have weeks 1 and 2 with mechatronic control systems, week 3 and 4 electric motors. We have week 5 and 9 program logic controllers, which is the biggest chunk, the 4-week long. We have week and 10 electric pneumatics and hydraulics, week 12 and 13, which is the last week, which is lean manufacturing. This is the only micro-credential which does not have the practical lab session. The rest of the micro-credentials, you will be attending the labs in person. The work integrated learning project, again, it is the trainees and teams participate in a suitable technical project that involves the principles of lean manufacturing gained in the prior courses. The objective for you is to successfully complete the program by executing a final project, enabling to apply your enhanced skills acquired through the 16-week program, while of course expanding professional network within the manufacturing sector. These are some of our employment outcomes. These are the employers that we have worked with. You can see we have Amhel, Apotex. We also have Marson Foods, KPM Power, IPEX, and many more. These are the roles our participants have been employed in: building automation technician, machine operator, machine sanitizing technician, maintenance technician, and so on. Another success story of the women in the program, they are excelling. As this client who joined, also a newcomer, and within this span of time, got employed as a machine operator at IPEX. Some of the testimonials from our clients, they are grateful for the support and encouragement in the program. We also work extensively helping them revise their resume and LinkedIn so that we can help present them to employers in our network. And they're definitely finding the practical experience very informative. As you can see, one of the clients, they mentioned the advanced manufacturing program has been extraordinary journey so far. The sessions have provided us with essential skills that I'm confident will prepare us to excel in our future professional roles. The program has been a game changer, positioning us as a highly competitive candidates in line with its objective. Some of the snapshots in our program, our graduation, we do in person. We also have our orientations in person and a picture from the labs. We have our funders and partners at Humber and Ripon. And I'm going to stop my screen share so that I can show you a video to kind of present to you what advanced manufacturing sector looks like. Just give me a second. Thank you for your patience. I'm just going to share my screen.
We've always been a country of builders, makers, and for over a century, manufacturing has been the backbone of our economy. It's good work, good pay, and it gave its workforce the satisfaction of a job rolled off the line. But lately, manufacturing is suffering from an image crisis.
Growing up, I kind of thought of manufacturing as just like assembly lines, and that was pretty much it.
I remember manufacturing being the old videos and things like that, and your dad going to work with
people smoking Camels and oil rag in the back pocket, working really hard, lifting heavy things, getting very dirty, and having a general tough time. This is not the case anymore.
A skills gap has developed from a misperception about what advanced manufacturing is and where it can lead.
Modern manufacturing, clean, pleasant, rewarding, allows you a career path that takes you in many directions.
Today's modern, advanced manufacturing is more than just automation. It's the convergence of physical, digital, and virtual environments. It's programmable logic controllers linked to the Internet of Things. It's a highly skilled field that offers more than just a job, but a cutting-edge career. A quick overview of manufacturing in Washington shows some incredible numbers. Just over 8,000 manufacturing companies exist in our state, employing some 265,000 people. And those workers' average income is over $95,000 a year, well above the statewide average. It offers something for everyone. Whether you're looking for a clean, modern shop floor environment or a cutting-edge computer-based experience, thousands of jobs in advanced manufacturing are waiting for you. And one of the most popular areas in advanced manufacturing is called mechatronics.
Most things today are mechatronic systems. A car made after 2005 is mechatronic systems. Our grocery stores are mechatronic systems. Our buildings with the HVAC systems, automatic doors, mechatronic systems.
It's a career that not only lets you combine intelligence and hands-on production, but can be rewarding for anyone who's environmentally or socially conscious too.
It's a skill set that allows you to change our society in all kinds of ways. If you want to have a significant and positive impact on the environment, this skill set is what will allow you to do significant changes to things like CO2 emissions, things like better utilizing materials so we throw away less waste.
Another subset of advanced manufacturing with plenty of good-paying, wide-ranging jobs is non-destructive testing.
non-destructive testing is a field where we use various methods to inspect materials without destroying the material we're inspecting.
I feel like every day I get to use my brain, but it's in a much more applied, hands-on kind of way, which I find so much more engaging. Every day I'm excited to come learn things here, and I'm really excited to get to put all the skills I'm learning to use.
About 97% of my students get a job either while they're still in school or as soon as they graduate.
The road to advanced manufacturing can start in high school and even junior high. CTE classes like robotics and mechatronics are on the rise across the state, and some high schools are linked with pathway programs like Core Plus.
The Core Plus program at my high school gave me the hands-on experience prior to actually starting training at Boeing, and the internship for Core Plus gave me an insight to Boeing itself and everything about how it runs, and allowed me to meet several instructors and several of my peers.
or inquire about an apprenticeship program.
Working here has given me lots of skills with tools, just basic knowledge of mechanical engineering and just basic machining, which will help me wherever I go into the trades.
The word on a career in manufacturing is getting out.
It really is worth it, and it's very rewarding. So, I mean, you get to build things that you can see at the end of the day, and just know that you did that.
Doing the stuff I love and making a living off it, that sounds really nice to me. And I'm really forward to getting a good salary out of working at companies I really like to work at.
All this advanced manufacturing stuff is a lot better suited for some people who might not thrive in academics like I didn't. And I think just opening up that career path for a lot of people and considering it as more of a relevant option, I think is really, really important.
From the shop floor to the top floor, today's manufacturing jobs mean great pay, exciting work, stability, and pride.
Thank you. I am going to go back to the presentation. Just give me a second. Okay. Already able to see my presentation. Just quickly going to move forward. Okay. Just a second. Hillary, can you tell me what slide we're on? Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay, so I would like to end this session by informing you that we're going to open the floor for any questions about the program or anything else. Thank you.
Thanks, Rabab. We do have a few questions in our chat. We have one, someone who is asking, can you tell me approximately how long does it take for a person to be retrained for machine operator or maintenance technician, for example, and how much does it cost roughly? Are there any retraining programs for immigrants that can be done in 2 years or less? This person is looking for resources in Manitoba or that are offered nationally. We've got quite a few people in the chat from outside Ontario. So for these out of province folks, can you suggest some resources that they can check out?
Hillary would like to answer.
Unfortunately, we do not have that information. ACCESS Employment is only in the GTA, and our resources are within Ontario. That said, we have community partners outside of the province, so we can certainly share some community partner contact information that could be reached out to in Manitoba.
Right. Thanks, Hillary. We have another attendee saying that they have a bachelor's in mechatronics engineering, yet they rarely see any jobs posted, and the ones they see have some high demand, most demanding requirements in several fields at once. Can you give us a bit of an overview? I know there was a slide about Jobs Bank and the opportunities available in the industry. Can you give us a bit more detail about what might be some of the gaps in job search that immigrants need to sort of address when they're looking for jobs in this sector?
Okay, so I would like to answer the question in a way where, yes, we have several opportunities that are open in the advanced manufacturing sector, but the newcomers and the immigrants also need to understand that when you're stepping foot into a new country, you need to also adapt to a lot of new things, which is, of course, revising your resume, learning to interview the way that the employers are looking forward to hear, to kind of see the candidates present themselves. So it's not just about going and applying, but it's also first ensuring that you work on yourself, including your resume, your LinkedIn, and also stepping foot in a maybe lower level position, because it will help you move yourself into the organization and into the sector, giving you the opportunity to present yourself. So it's not necessary like our clients, as you saw the success stories. We have a quality control engineer but she's starting off as a machine operator because initially she needs to gain that Canadian experience. And so it is okay if you are going to restart yourself, but it's in a way, a positive way. You're gaining that experience as well as you're going to get the leverage of presenting yourself to the employers.
Thanks, Rabab. Another question about, can you briefly touch upon, the costs of participating in this program?
So this program is funded by Palette Skills Upskills Canada. That means that this program is free of cost. So there is no cost attached to this program. It is close to more than worth $10,000 per person because of the training that we're offering with Humber College, as well as the soft skills training that ACCESS Employment is providing. But the participants are not going to be paying any fee for this program.
Right. We have a diversity and inclusion centric question. How is this advanced manufacturing industry in Canada addressing D&I? Like, are there initiatives to increase the participation of underrepresented groups in this sector? It's more of a industry specific question. In your research about the advanced manufacturing industry in Canada, how open are they to people who are underrepresented, newcomers, or people who are internationally trained?
Hillary, want to take this question?
They're very open to that. I mean, as Rabab mentioned, we are government funded, but we were given DEI targets. So for racialized, Indigenous, gender, etc.
Right. Thanks, Hillary. We have more questions about where can people find postings for those without Canadian experience? Is LinkedIn the best place, or is there a portal for this?
If you're just looking for jobs, is that the question?
I think that is the question. Yes.
Okay. So I suppose Indeed, LinkedIn, if you're looking for a job in certain sectors, and there are sector specific sites out there that you can access. But just applying for jobs online, the success rate is very low. It is always recommended that you use a service like ours. Every province has government-funded free employment counseling and services. And part of the service is that we help connect and create pipelines with employers.
All right. There seems to be a few more questions about applying to such jobs, manufacturing jobs in Canada. Are there any specific skill gaps in the Canadian market that job seekers should be aware of?
So I believe there was a slide that highlighted skills that are looked for within the industry. So leadership, teamwork, but of course, having the basic skills. There's always training, right? And we can always train on hard skills. Soft skills are very important. People often overlook that. However, within the manufacturing sector, there is a major labor shortage. So there are openings. There's a lot of opportunity for moving within a company, which is another reason why, for example, one of the success stories that was shared, she went in at an entry level with the expectation that she'll be moved up within 6 months to a year. So it's really how you place yourself. If you don't have any of the skills, chances obviously are much lower for success in finding a position. But if you take a program like ours that is a 4-month training program partnered with a college where you earn micro credentials, you spend every weekend in a lab doing hands-on work, that makes a big difference. And then our team jumps in and makes the connections to the employers. We have mentoring events, we have networking events, we have hiring events. Humber also shares some of their employer opportunities with us. We have industry informed advisory committee. So it's really sort of a holistic wraparound process that contributes to the success and enables people to have those skills that employers are looking for.
I think we have one more question about, can international students apply for these programs?
Yes, if they have the open work permit, yes.
One last question is about sustainability, actually. How is the focus on sustainability impacting the advanced manufacturing industry? Like, are companies in this sector looking for professionals who have expertise in green technologies?
So some are, yes. Agri-food is a big one right now. We're actually about to launch a new program at ACCESS, which is vertical farming. So absolutely, there are green sustainable initiatives that are happening in the industry, and therefore programs are evolving to serve those.
Thank you so much, Hilary and Rabab. I think we have a lot. We have quite a few questions in the chat, but because we have a time limitation, we obviously can't get through to each one of them. I was wondering if you or Rabab or both of you could leave your contact details, or how our attendees could get in touch with ACCESS Employment for more information, about this presentation. Of course, this presentation will also be on all our social channels on Canadian Immigrant. If you have any questions for Hilary or Bob, please feel free to send them to us at info@canadianimmigrant.ca. Thank you again, Hilary Turner and Rabab Farooq, for such a comprehensive presentation, and for answering as many questions as we were able to accommodate in our session. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having us. It was a pleasure.
Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you. Take care.
So to inform all our participants, Hilary and Rabab their contact details are in the chat. If you have more, if you have more questions that you need more detailed answers to, please reach out to them with your questions. You can also get in touch with us at info@canadianimmigrant.ca. So now moving on to our next speaker. This next up is Murali Murthy, who is our in-house Canadian Immigrant career coach. He's an author, he's a leadership trainer, and if you've already attended one of his sessions, you know that he's a gift that keeps on giving. For those who haven't had the opportunity to attend one of his sessions, you're in for a treat. So please welcome Murali Murthy, who will be joining us today to speak on tips to getting hired faster.
Thank you, Besaki. It's quite a pleasure on multiple fronts. One, it's so nice to see you back in action. So for everyone new, Besaki is the, is one of the pillars of Canadian Immigrant, and so nice to see her back.
Thank you, very kind.
Absolutely, Besaki. Looking forward to this collaboration. And you're a great asset to Canadian Immigrant, and you bring a lot of energy and value. The second thing I'm excited about, Canadian Immigrant as an organization, always being on the edge, that one leap forward, thinking ahead, and setting up a webinar for advanced manufacturing, and it's my pleasure to share the podium with all of you and talk about that. So I would recommend, keep the chat box, full, keep asking questions. And I am just going to go forward from what Hilary and Rabab said. I think they had a wonderful presentation. But here is what my focus is. As you can see, my job title, the topic title for the discussion today is 5 tips to get hired faster. So what are the key words here? The word faster. Why have I been invited to this? Well, when I landed in this country as an immigrant a couple of years back, I got my job within 10 days. Besaki, I know if you remember, you did interview me on this. I actually got my job in 10 days, guys, and no godfather, no connection, nothing, from ground up. So message number 1, if I can do it, you can do it. But over the years, like Besaki mentioned, I have mentored and helped a lot of people, and I continue to do so, where people have got jobs within a week to 10 days to a month. So this actually works. Okay, this process, what worked for me isn't a fluke, it works. And all I'm here to tell you is success is right under your nose, is right there. You just have to figure it out. Okay. And before I begin the session, one more thing, which is these webinars normally, when I do live sessions or webinars, these are half-day sessions. They start at 9:30 in the morning, go till 12 o'clock, or start at 2 and go till 5. It's going to be quite a challenge putting a 3-hour seminar into half an hour. Besaki, I believe we have like 25 to 30 minutes. Am I right?
Yes, we do. We have about, I think, a half hour.
Half an hour. So we're going to go at jet speed, but Canadian Immigrant is out there. You can contact them. Besak is a wonderful person. You can get in touch with them. You can also connect with me on LinkedIn and we can go from there. And everything is voluntary. There's no charge for this. So let me go pretty quick. Okay. And if you want to interact, keep asking questions in the chat box. So, Besaki, I'm about to start my presentation. So here we go, guys. Okay. We're going to go pretty fast, but you'll get all the message. This is my message. Get hired faster. The keyword is faster. Sure, you'll get a job, but why would you wait 1 month if you can do it in 10 days, isn't it? So get hired faster, get into the job market quicker. In your dream job, not settle for anything less. You worked hard for something, you want to get into that. So 5 valuable tips, okay? Little about me, that's my website, aceworldfoundation.com. You can look it up, or you can Google me. I'm a brand coach. I build leaders and brands. So, I believe you are a brand and you can build a brand. Getting a job is about building a brand for yourself. Those are books that I've written. They're on Amazon. All of them are Amazon bestsellers, especially the one that I'm holding in my hand, You Are Hired, is what I'll be talking to you about. That's one more book. These are clients I speak to, irrelevant to you, but part of presentation, let me go through it. I travel the world, continue to travel the world. So this is from Dubai. But here is something. This particular book was written a couple of years back. It has 40 chapters. I'm going to talk about 5 chapters from that. Okay, so let's get started. Before I get started, very quickly read this quote by Alvin Toffler. The illiterate of the 21st century will not be those who cannot read and write. We can all read and write. Then why are we working at gas stations and flipping burgers at McDonald's and not getting the job we want? Maybe we are not willing to unlearn and relearn. That's what Alvin Toffler calls illiterate. Why am I saying this? As I go along, you might find yourself saying, but Murali, I was told this. But Murali, I've been used to doing this. That is when you got to pause. If maybe you've been doing something, it's not working, unlearn quickly, adapt quickly. Okay, that's the key. All right. It was important for me to have this slide. Okay. Something that's pretty controversial, but I just have to share it. I am just the messenger today. I'm not here to preach anything, tell you what to do. I'm going to take a stuff of information freely available on the internet and share it with you. I'm not a web designer. I just take an image and show it to you. Here is a message from the Huffington Post, and you can Google this. You can Google anything you want and search. And Ernst & Young is one of the organizations that has removed the degree qualification totally. I know we're talking about advanced manufacturing, and I'm going to share something that says, but my job is to tell the truth. What is the difference between advanced manufacturing and, let's say, accounting, or let's say marketing or data analytics? It doesn't matter. All these jobs involve human beings, involve people. Your people skills are paramount in any job, advanced manufacturing or marketing or finance. And so a new trend that's happening these days is people no longer want to see your degree qualifications. They only want to see what can you do right now. All right. If I just said it, you might counter me, but I'm just showing you proof. Followed by Ernst & Young did it. Now PricewaterhouseCoopers is doing it. In fact, next slide. This is a video on YouTube by Joe Fuller, who's a research professor at Harvard Business. He actually has a video called Do Degrees Matter Anymore? So yes, education is important, but along with education, what you bring to the table, your personality, your communication, your presence is very important. Please work on it. I grew up in India and all I was told was, get a good education, get good marks, get a good degree and you're hired. That is what I'm countering. That isn't enough anymore. Get a good education, yes. Get good degree, yes. But along with that, develop yourself as a brand, as a personality, develop your soft skills. All right, guys? So this isn't just black and white. In addition to degrees, you got to work a lot more. In fact, how much do you want to work for? Okay. Why am I sharing this with you? Maclean's is a Canadian magazine, and see what it says. Because people are only focused on education, they actually had the gall to have a cover story that says why so many smart, ambitious young people have no future. Isn't that scary, guys? They're bluntly putting it out there. But I don't want you to be that. I want you to have a great future. because I believe you are incredibly talented. Okay, you can do things beyond imagination. You just have to fix a few things today. All right. So let's get started. 5 valuable tips to get the dream job you want. These are tips I did and they work. Step number 1. Tip number 1, polish your soft skills. But Murali, what are soft skills? Your ability to communicate, your interpersonal skills, your ability to show teamwork, your ability to be relevant in today's market. You know, advanced manufacturing, many other jobs, but definitely advanced. The very word advanced is scary because when you say advanced, you're thinking of AI, artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence can never replace natural intelligence. Remember that, your real intelligence. So, the more technology makes inroads into your life, the more you need to polish your soft skills. All right, guys? In fact, here is an article from Global Mail. Remember, I just take stuff from the internet and share it with you. Global Mail says it's human skills, not technical skill that we need more, right? But I'm an introvert. I just love to code in front of a computer. These are things we might want to relook at. If you're in Canada, go out there, network like your life depended on it. Speak to people, watch Peter Manbridge, CBC News, capture the accent. This is how you work on self-development. Okay, guys? Here's an image I found on the internet. Research conducted by Harvard, Carnegie, and Stanford concur that 85% of your success comes from people skills, right? Look what's happening down south in the elections. Just 2 days back, the vice president, J.D. Vance and Walz were debating. What do you think people reported? CNN, ABC News, and everyone. Their body language and their posture and how they stood, and not about the topics anymore. Same thing is happening with the presidential debate, right? It's so much personality driven. If you want a job, these are the things will be noticed. The minute you walk into an interview room, they won't look at your degree. They look at your confidence, the way you walk into a room. These are important. So I dug deeper. Is it really 85-15? I found another shocking statistic. Here is something Canada related. Hard skills versus soft skills. So what skills matter to recruiters most? 56% of getting a job has nothing to do with your job qualification. Isn't that scary? Let me repeat slowly. 56% of you getting a job in advanced manufacturing has nothing to do with your college degree, your skills, your experience, your education back home. Nothing. What is it? Your ability to strike up a conversation. Your ability to look at people in the eye. Don't slouch. Okay. Body language, non-verbal cues. People notice all those things. Okay. The way you dress as if everyone is watching. Walk with confidence. You made it into this country, guys. You're highly qualified back home. Maybe you're a student here. You paid a lot of money to get graduate from Canada. You should be confident and proud of yourself. These are the things that matter. Soft skills, soft skills, soft skills. In fact, I would go on to even say soft skills are harder. Human skills and soft skills. Deliver an experience. Let them like you, let them feel you, let them value you. Okay. So today's session could actually be a session on improving your life, your self-development. The most important investment you can make is in yourself. That, my friends, was point number 1. You want to get a good job? Make an impression beyond your degree. A piece of paper called a resume can never contain your greatness. Come on. You are so highly qualified. Elon Musk has the same human brain you have. Or let me put it the other way. You have the same brain Elon Musk has. If he can do great things in the same 24 hours, why can't you? You just have to know how to play it. Okay, it's about delivering an impact and make an impression. Tip number 1, soft skills, human skill, transferable skills, work on it. Step number 2, nail the elevator pitch. I know this isn't an interactive session. In an interactive webinar, remember I said mine go half an hour. I normally ask people this question. And you can Google search it right now as I speak. Because hundreds of people apply per job. Because hundreds of people apply per job, be it IT, finance, marketing, advanced manufacturing. How much time do you think the average recruiter spends per resume? Not a lot. You'll be shocked to know the actual time. Again, backed by research. They scan resumes. It's called scannable resumes. Okay. 10 years back when Baisakhi and I did the same presentation, look at this. Workopolis had a statistic 2014, 10 years back, employers view resumes for fewer than 11 seconds. But guess what? In 2024, 10 years later, from a source called Standout CV, multiple studies show that recruiters spend just 6 to 8, 7 seconds max to review a resume. You can search this. Go to the internet and type average time a recruiter spends per resume. All your years of experience, your MBAs and PhDs and years in college and working here and working there and getting a gallantry award. 6 seconds, guys. You only have time to say, my name is Bond, James Bond. Honest but true, right? The truth hurts, but it will set you free. So guess what I did? I dug deeper and deeper. What the heck do they see in those 7 seconds? Come on. Your name, your phone number, your email, your LinkedIn are paramount. That leaves you with 2 to 3 seconds. Think about it, right? What do they see? Guess what? I found the answer to that too. I went on the internet and I searched. This is what I found. Attributes employers seek on a candidate's resume in the first 6 seconds. They look for leadership, how you package, how you present yourself. So Baisakhi and I, Canadian Immigrant, we do resume templates free. If you want to connect with me on LinkedIn, I can send you the resume template. One that covers leadership, shows how you solve a problem, focuses on communication skills, teamwork, and everything else. All of this in 6 seconds. Don't they do it with movie trailers and movie posters? Within 6 seconds, they convey the message, isn't it? Sometimes you don't need a lot of words. Save money, live better, Walmart. Just do it, Nike. Make America great again, Trump. You can get ahead. You need to know how to play with words. Words carry energy, words carry emotion, and the right way to do this. Okay, keywords are very important when you do your resume. I would recommend a free website called ziprecruiter.com. Go to ziprecruiter.com and type a job preference. Maybe you want to be a tradesman. So you type ziprecruiter.com, tradesman resume keywords. Use the word keywords. It actually shows the word that help you rank higher, the word that employers look for, the percentage of a word. Maybe a word called communication should be used 17%. Maybe a word called collaboration should be used for 24%. It actually helps you rank higher. ZipRecruiter.com, ZipRecruiter.com, or anyway, send me or connect with me on LinkedIn. I can help you do a template. Got it? But I learned point number 2, problem solving skill. You are not hired because of your looks, because of your great degree, because you did something stunning. They only want to know, can you currently solve a problem? Make sense? Here is another image I found on the internet. People don't care who you are. They only care if you can solve their problem quickly. Your resume, your cover letter, your LinkedIn, everything, your elevator pitch should talk about this who I am, this how I can solve a problem. So we practice elevator pitches, right? There are immense articles on the Canadian Immigrant portal that helps you practice your elevator pitch. If you have a loved one at home, a friend, neighbor, whatever, practice your elevator pitch, guys. Canadians value brevity. I think the whole world does, but Canadians, get to the point quickly. Don't ramble on. Tell me about yourself is not about where you were born and what you did, but how your vision aligns with the job description, how your vision aligns with the organization. All right, that's how you solve a problem. All right, here is an image called the perfect resume. Once again, if you connect with me on LinkedIn, I can send this to you. A perfect resume, again, an image I found on the internet, needs to have an updated LinkedIn, the latest picture. And last week, I met someone who had an email address something.co.in, yahoo.co. Why would you give an India email address for a job in Canada? You should have a Gmail or a Yahoo or a Hotmail Canadian email address. Your LinkedIn should not have the numbers. It should just have the profile, your URL. Updated LinkedIn. Relevant current experience. Keywords. Remember ziprecruiter.com. Metrics. Don't just say I did something. I did this and resulted in 30%, brand overview. Something that's numerical. Projects. I'll talk about that in a second. Skills. Remember, 44% how good you are, what you can do. 56% how you are a good fit to the company. Your cultural aspect, the human aspect of you. and formatting. ATS friendly resumes, guys. Don't get into crazy color bar and boxes and fonts. Stick to standard font. Keep it neat and clean. Okay. ATS friendly. Do not have technology mess up your future could be rewritten by a computer because you had a great resume but was not rightly formatted and it went into the black hole. ATS compatible resumes. Okay. Applicant tracking system. All right. Point number 1 was develop your human skills. Point number 2 was brevity. In 6 to 7 seconds, crack an elevator pitch. Who you are, how you can add value. Who you are, how you can fill a need. Who you are, what problem you can solve. Not my objective and my mission statement and all the summary. No, all that later. In 6 seconds, this who you are, this how you can add value. Phone, email, LinkedIn. Boom. All right. Point number 3, LinkedIn. If you were to go on LinkedIn and type number of people getting a job in 1 minute, I found an image that said 3, but today I checked it is 7. In the last 1 minute, 6 to 7 people got a job on LinkedIn, and you are talking to me right now when you could be getting a job on LinkedIn, isn't it? LinkedIn is that important, guys, today. This is an image I took from before the pandemic. Before the pandemic, 87% of recruiters use LinkedIn. Today, that number could very well be 100%, isn't it? They pretty much check all of social media, but LinkedIn is key. Look at this. An image I found on the internet. 3 people are hired on LinkedIn every minute. Further proof. 3 people are hired on LinkedIn every minute. 55 job applications are submitted. You want to have the first mover advantage. What makes it? But for you to get hired on LinkedIn, first, your LinkedIn profile has to be identified. It must be attractive, magnetic for them to call you for the interview. Once again, connect with us on LinkedIn and we can guide you for the next steps. Okay, something I found. LinkedIn has a feature called Easy Apply. Look at that. Statistics show that 95% of recruiters are actively searching LinkedIn. Right now, the recruiters are searching for you. Doesn't matter which part of the world you are in. Somebody is searching for you. But they say, right, what you are searching is searching for you. What you are seeking is seeking you. It's a very spiritual quote by Rumi that can work for you. But make sure you're optimized with the right keywords so they find you on time. All right, guys, LinkedIn, they need to have pictures like this. Even today, people make an impression quickly. Even today, people judge a book by its cover. Not on your resume, but on LinkedIn, you better have a picture like this. If you can't get a professional shoot done, go take your smartphone and get someone to shoot it. But have a professional. Look at me wearing a jacket. Even this is okay. Second thing, right after LinkedIn, name is your headline. You never want to live a life where people say, so what? Hi, my name is Joe Mendoza, data analyst. So what? Hi, my name is Ramzan something, tradesman, marksman. No. Add value. Do not let the world say so what. Right? I went on Google and I searched. I found some example. Here's an example. I do not know this lady. I'm not endorsing her. Just a random. But look at the way she describes herself. She chooses a background. She's looking for a job. She can solve a LinkedIn problem. Look how cleverly she writes. Enabling B2B sales teams to find prospects on LinkedIn. Wow. The right keywords, solving a problem. Words have magic. Enabling, building, capturing, delivering, creating. Weak words are looking, exploring, seeking, needing. Please don't do that. Looking for a job. So weak. But helping build communities. If you're HR, connecting great organizations to great people. Something like that. Okay. Random example number 2. Again, I don't know this lady, but I loved her LinkedIn profile. To the point, but boom, delivers an impact. People want to hire people who solve problems. I looked at them. This is my LinkedIn profile. Done. This is my entire resume done in 3 to 4 words. Hey, my name is Murali. I'm an author. I'm a speaker and a coach. If I just stop there, you will say, so what? I had to complete the loop. Hey, I'm an author. I'm a speaker. I'm a coach. Building brands, building people, and empowering 10,000. My dream is to light 10,000 candles. You can have your own dream, right? And then you want to live your purpose. I hope I'm building you right now. But by building you right now, I'm building the CI brand. So you see, I'm living to my purpose, right? Even if I impact one of you today and you go to impact 10 others, The chain has started and we can achieve 10,000. Why not, isn't it? Okay. Point number 1, human skills. Point number 2, elevator pitch. Point number 3, LinkedIn. Point number 4, be the industry expert. Be seen. Do not enter a job market in advanced manufacturing or any field for that matter as a weak candidate, or I am just one of the candidates. Be seen as an industry expert. Hey, I know my industry. Right now, go and search, Google search. How is AI impacting advanced manufacturing? What are the trends that will come up in 2025? And then post it on social media. A lot of us are guilty of that, using social media to do cat videos and dog videos. No, please, leave it to the others. You got to build your brand. Build your brand on social media. Okay. Make sense? So LinkedIn, post something about your industry. Join groups. Communicate with them. Right? Maybe you can blog. Baisakhi blogs a lot. She writes some wonderful articles. I blog too. Right? Blogging can help you get a job. You can do podcasts. You can talk about industry, what's happening. Maybe you don't like writing, but do a blog podcast. Got it? Anything that gets traction. Everyone remember Gangnam Style? That's how the guy got famous, isn't it? Okay. Sorry, Baisakhi, you raised your hand. Anything?
Oh no, that was just I was just trying to find the react button to
Okay. Oh,
send some smiles your way, but I
got the message. Thank you. Okay. So guys, whatever you do, you want to be seen as an expert, not as a weak candidate, not just one more candidate. How do you stand out? You can blog about your industry. You can talk about industry. You can do a podcast. You can LinkedIn itself has a marketing minute. Talk about a video. A lot of companies are asking for video resumes these days. Guys, why not? Video resumes. Okay. An image I found on the internet. I did not design this. Look at the number of people getting a job. If 3 people every minute are getting a job on LinkedIn, look at the stats. It'll shock you. Please, guys, something happening down south, politics, stay out of it. Social media is not to talk about politics till you get a job. Something happening in the Middle East, in Russia, Ukraine, stay out of it. You can either have an opinion or you can have a job. You can't have both. You get noticed, guys. Look at this. 91% of employers are currently using them. Look up your social media, please. Okay, I'm respectfully telling you, please avoid anything negative, any political, any religious comments. Focus on getting a job. Let the world take care of itself. 21% of recruiters have actually rejected a source from job description library. You want one more source, a more credible source? Here it is. Harvard says 70% of employers check out applicant profiles. 71% they check out your profile. They look up your Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And if you got a private setting, then the suspicion goes up even more. Keep it clean. And 54% have rejected applicants. I myself know people. But Murali, I was a perfect candidate. 3 months back, you did something that got posted on LinkedIn and it shows up. Right? I hope you remember anything that you put on social media is like toothpaste out of, toothpaste out of the tube. It can't go back in. Once you put something out there, even if you delete it, it's gone. It's spread. All right? Okay, so be careful. Everything should be mobile friendly. All of us today, I'm sure, have a smartphone. Some of you are logged in through a smartphone. Just because you have a smartphone doesn't make you smart. Because you consume all your data on your mobile phone today. You watch movies, you do banking, you make bookings, you do the GPS. Did it occur to you the recruiter also uses his mobile phone to look at your resume? Or do you think he goes home and switches on laptop and waits for it to open up to see your resume? No. Your resumes are viewed on the mobile phone. Cover letter, resume. Make it mobile friendly. Brevity, short, sweet, to the point statements. Right? I go from top to bottom, not left to right. Make sure your resume, cover letter, any communication you do is mobile friendly. It automatically gets good on the desktop. Okay. All right. And the last one, I think we have enough time for Q&A. What are the 4 things we've studied till now? Advanced manufacturing or IT or finance or any job involves human being. Even if you're involved in dog food, the dog doesn't come to buy the food. The human being, the owner comes. Anything and everything you do involves human beings. These are human skills. right? Irrespective of what job, which is why it's called transferable skill. So what did we discuss till now? Human skills, transferable skills, soft skill. Point number 2, elevator pitch. Nail your value proposition in 6 to 7 seconds. Point number 3, learn to use social media cleverly. The word is optimize LinkedIn, optimization. You don't just join a gym and become, a six-packer. You have to work with a coach. You need to know what to do. Similar, LinkedIn, it's a huge monster, it's an ocean. You need to know how to play the game, and we can help you connect with us. Human skills, point number 1, elevator pitch, point number 2, LinkedIn, point number 3, social media, point number 4, learning how to play it and learning what not to do. Avoid the mistakes. That itself will rank you higher. And now we come to pay it forward. I normally ask this question in a session, but let me ask you. If you go to No Frills and they sell you a shampoo, Pantene or whatever for $10, but if you go to Walmart and if you buy the same Pantene for $10, but they throw in a soap free, buy one, get one free, where would you go? You would go to the buy one, get one free. Have you thought about it? That could be a way to get a job, right? And that was the strategy I employed to get a job within 10 days. Pay it forward. What you did back home, what you did yesterday, what you did last season, what you did in college or university is irrelevant data. I did this. I used to do that. What are you doing currently? So the best way to support your resume, what I did is something called a project that you can do currently. Currently, I studied your company and this is how I can add value. You can all Google this and find out how Nina got a job with Airbnb. Nina is a lady who wanted to get a job with Airbnb. She wasn't getting, she did some research. She did a website and she said how Airbnb can go to Jordan and Dubai and Abu Dhabi and build a business. This was before they went there. It impressed them so much the CEO called her for the interview. Enough, guys, cut through the clutter, right? Pay it forward, right? Here is an article from Harvard Business Review. You can Google this. Projects are the new job interviews. Look at what I've underlined. Resumes are dead. Let me repeat for effect. Resumes are dead, which is exactly the point I made a couple of minutes back when I began the presentation. A piece of paper can never contain your greatness. You're beyond immeasurable, imagination. You can do great things. But don't put all your life on a piece of paper called a resume. Well, it's a door opener. Resumes are dead. Interviews are ineffective. The same old question they ask 10 other people. Tell me about yourself. Why should we hire you? Why do you want to join us? Strength and weakness. Where do you see yourself in 2 years? Come on. They never pierce through. LinkedIn is okay, but projects are the real future of hiring. Buy one, get one free. I used to do this, but right now I think you can do this. Another article from the muse.com. What will set you apart and allow you to get any job you want is your ability to prove that you create value. Find a problem that exists and solve it. Look at the people I help, look at the problems I'm solving, look at the value I create. Volunteering is one way to add value. Do the job before you get the job. Okay, guys? Okay, and then make sure you use all of social media. Don't leave it and it's free, guys. Use them. Volunteering helped me get a job. 66% of Canadian employer, 66% of Canadian employer love it if they see volunteering on your resume. I'd rather go volunteer somewhere than sit at home twiddling my thumb than sending out resume after resume. It's okay to volunteer, guys. Be like a farmer. Plant a seed today, it'll grow tomorrow, right? Volunteering got me a great reference. I gained new skills. The best way to get Canadian experience is by volunteering. Okay, so there we are finished just in time. Polish your soft skills, nail your elevator pitch, 6 seconds, optimize LinkedIn, be the industry expert, blog, podcast, video, something, and always do the buy one. If you see, look at it, they're all connected. When you pay it forward by writing a blog or article about your industry, you post it on LinkedIn. Your introduction says, look what I can do. And by doing that, you solved a problem, you polished your soft skills. They're all interconnected. Got it, guys? And that's my contact, that's my phone number, my email, my website, everything is there. Connect with me on LinkedIn. But back to the amazing Baisakhi. For any Q&A, Baisakhi, I'm free to answer. We have 5 full minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks so much, Murali. As usual, so much to really gain from your presentation. Like I said at the beginning, for someone who's new to your presentation, it's really a treasure trove, because there's so many things that, in the previous chat, in the previous sessions, there were a lot of people on the chat who said, oh, but I have 8 years experience, so the skill bracket is check marked. I mean, they seem to be social, the way they're connecting with me on the chat. They obviously have decent language skills, yet there is a gap somewhere. In your experience of doing this for so long and knowing the industry so well, and we all know you're a master, sort of a networker. You've met so many different people. What is the one thing that still holds a person back from getting his or her desired job? What is that one thing that comes between a person and his ideal job?
Thank you, Baisakhi. Can I ask you a question, Baisakhi?
Yeah.
Okay. If you went to supermarket, now this is for everyone back home. You could be in Kenya, Uganda, Vietnam, India, or Canada right now. But let me ask Baisakhi this question. Baisakhi, if you went to supermarket, let's say you go to Walmart, would you pick last week's banana or today's banana?
Depends. I mean, if I need to, depends what I'm making. But yes, to answer all jokes apart, the fresher one, definitely.
The fresher one. You see what I'm saying? If you can discriminate against poor bananas, last week banana screaming, Baisakhi, I was fresh once upon a time, but you're saying, no, you're not fresh anymore. Each one of you here can discriminate. You go to a supermarket, be it banana, tomato, apple, or whatever. You look at expiry date, you look at the fresh one, right? If you can discriminate on a poor banana, why shouldn't the recruiter discriminate when he's got 100 resumes? Why should someone who stopped working last year or in April of this year, and I was an immigrant, I'm trying to get a job, I studied? No, he's got a fresh resume. The best to answer the question, what holds people back is relevance. And another human being called the Canadian recruiter, the Canadian HR, another human being. All he's saying is, hey, I think you are not fresh. If you can just address that, how do you become relevant? Baisakhi, you and I write blogs. We write relevant blogs that are relevant, not something that was great in 2011.
Right.
I often say this, Baisakhi, right? They have people have the latest phone, the latest hairstyle, the latest glasses, the latest car model. Everything about you is the latest up to date.
Yeah.
Their mindset. If people, what's holding them back, Baisakhi, is if they can just prove that they are relevant. Today I read something about my industry, which is that network and talk about relevant things. In their interview, if they ask you, tell me about yourself, something you studied today about the industry, relevance. Top people, they zip up before saying you don't have Canadian experience. Best they're polite. They say not that you don't have experience, you're overqualified, but all they're saying is, I think you're not fresh.
Okay.
I hope I answered that question. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
We have one question. He says, I used to be an academic person in Mexico teaching, doing research and college administration, but now in Canada, I'm interested in being more industrial and practical oriented. Must I leave all my background in LinkedIn related to that academic stuff? I'm guessing he's saying, must I leave out that stuff? Should I restart my LinkedIn account by focusing just on my new interests or what he wants to achieve right now, which is practical?
Good question. Got it. Academic writing and content or marketing, website writing is different, right? But they're both universal, two different universal, two worlds apart. I would not recommend close them. That's your brand you built. That's a tree. Why would you uproot it? Transition into it. Keep that active. Keep that LinkedIn active, right? Show what did you glean from your academic experience? The interaction with people, the outcome that you achieve from the academic experiences, right? See how relevant it is. For this person, I think it's Oscar, how AI is impacting academic writing right now. A lot of people are using AI to transition, and academic writing is losing some of its sheen. If you can just keep the core of your academic writing, but make it more relevant. How is academic writing making it relevant right now? And the whole thing about, industry practical oriented, yes. But use your past experience to build on your brand new you. Do not restart, do not do away with the old, but adapt it to the new. It's a change in tires on your car. That's it. Yeah. Sorry, Besagi got muted.
I'm sorry. So there's something about, you said about recruiters looking at resumes on their phones, right? And so do you suggest, and there's a big debate about adding your photo to the resume or not. There are two sides to it. A lot of people are doing it these days. What's your take on that? Photo, no photo on your resume?
Thank you. Remember, guys, we are used to watching movies like The Matrix and, Terminator and everything, where machines, robots would, impact human beings, right? They would attack them. Guess what? It's true. Do not leave your beautiful life at the hands of software, applicant tracking system, ATS. Because hundreds of people apply for jobs, your resumes first go through the ATS, right? 800 resumes become 100. Guess which 700 got rejected? The ones with pictures, the ones with boxes, the ones with cute drawings or signatures. I have seen people get rejected. Svesaka said, show me a resume. The guy had American Express, TD Bank, etc. logos because I worked with these companies. No wonder he was getting rejected. Please, guys, if you want to put your picture, make your introduction 6 seconds so strong that people have to go to your LinkedIn. They click on LinkedIn and they see your beautiful picture. But on a resume, because beware, applicant tracking system rejects pictures, JPEG, PNG images, anything related images, they reject. For that reason, Baisakhi, no images, please.
No images. One final question. This is something that even I've done on LinkedIn, keeping in touch with recruiters and hiring managers, because now it's highlighted in LinkedIn that this is the hiring manager responsible who's hiring for this position. So how can you maintain communication with recruiters or hiring managers without seeming too pushy is the question.
Okay, beautiful, guys. Okay, communication, guys, right? Before recruiters came into the life, we as human beings evolved. How does communication between living organisms happen? If I met a dog on the road, how do I make sure the dog likes me? Right? I have to first give it a cookie. Right? Boy meets girl or girl meets boy. The boy doesn't say, hey, I like you, will you marry me? No, right? Even in the movies, it doesn't happen. The boy has to do something to win over the person's heart, be it the puppy on the street or another human being. Guys, make sense? Do not break the rules of communication. There's a line by John Maxwell, before you reach for the hand, reach for the heart. Make them like you, guys. Which is why your introduction, your 6-line introduction is very, very important. What you say in your resume, in your cover letter, introduction. Make sense? And then be in touch. So in other words, like the dating game, don't push it, but each time add value. So Baisakhi, you know what I would do? Let's say I was looking for a job, right? And you were a recruitment manager. Hey Baisakhi, trust everything is good. Guess what? Here is a blog I wrote. Canadian Immigrant just published it. Hey Baisakhi, maybe a week later, hey Baisakhi, look what I just have been invited to deliver a seminar for advanced manufacturing. Be like the woodpecker, be consistent. Do not give up, right? But always add value. If you can understand, buy one, get one free. Hey Baisakhi, she opened the window. For the window to never be shut on me, I will never ask for a job, but I will feed Baisakhi enough value that she has to respond. This is what will happen, Baisakhi, right? Either you will have a job for me, or you will say, hey, wait a minute. Yesterday I was talking to another recruiter. He or she had a role like yours. Make sense, guys? Okay, you are the farmer, you're throwing seeds. Not every seed will grow. Maybe some seeds fall on a rock. Maybe some seeds go into the water, but some seeds will grow. But keep dropping seeds every day. Every day add value. Look what I read about my industry. Look at a blog, look at a podcast, look at something else. Add value, you will never go wrong.
One more to end this, because I feel like there's so much.
Sorry, did I answer the previous question? Yes, yeah. Be in touch. It's like dating. I can't keep pestering a girl, will you marry me, will you marry me, will you marry me? But I got to take her out for a date, go for coffee. That can also add value in a recruiter's life and they will like you for it. Proactiveness is rewarded. Best yeah.
The final question is, where do we stand now on the, taking an alias name to suit Canadian, like a Canadian English name. A lot of people don't want to change their names. So a lot of them want to anglicize, take an English name, which is more suited to the Canadian, market. So what is your take?
Very good. Guys, everyone, if you can see me, look, Baisakhi behind me, a lot of books. One of the books behind me is a book called The 7 Success Secrets of Successful People by Stephen Covey. One of his 7 keys is seek first to understand and then be understood. If you can change your mindset from I want a job to I want the other person to like me. So look at things from a recruiter's point of view. Okay. If your name is, Vikramaditya Ram Sammuj, something like that, the Canadian recruiter is scared that he will get your name wrong. He might spell one letter wrong. So it's a personal choice. But if you can make life easy for the other person, like I mentioned Baisakhi the other day, this person had an Indian email. He was telling me why I'm not getting a choice. I said, look at your email address. Bambaluza something at yahoo.in. It's so scary. So look at things from the other person's point of view. Makes sense? It's a very personal choice, a sensitive choice. But you say, Murali, I like my name, good. Right? But if a longish name, thankfully Baisakhi mean a short name like Baisakhi, Murali, so we are safe. But for people who have, I come from the southern part of India, people are named like Venkataraman Ramakrishnan. If they put that on the resume, the guy is scared to even look at the resume in 6 seconds. He's going to take 6 seconds just to read your name. I would recommend call it Venkat Rama, something like that. You see what I'm saying? It's a personal choice, but please seek first to understand. Put yourself in the other person's shoes. It's called empathy, one of the soft skills. How should the recruiter react after looking at my name? If you feel it's comfortable, go do a dipstick survey. Ask your neighbor, ask someone else how they feel. Does it roll off easily? And then take a call. Follow your heart. Your heart will never be wrong. So I hope I answered that question, Baisakhi. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Yes, I have been getting by with my name for the past 14 years in Canada. So I think from personal experience, I would say definitely do what's right, do your research. And if it works for you having an alliance, go for it. I mean, it's a personal choice, like you said. Well, as long as much as I don't want to end this session, we have to. Thank you so much to all our 3 speakers today. Hillary Turner, Rabab Farooq from ACCESS Employment, and of course, Murali Murthy, our in-house career coach, author, leadership trainer. Thank you today for sharing your skills, your expertise, your time with all of us. If you've missed anything, this web conference will be posted on our website for you to rewatch. And if you have any questions at all for any of our 3 speakers, all their contact details are in the chat. Or you can all email us at info@canadianimmigrant.ca, and we shall pass on all your questions and queries to all our speakers. And if you are in the Vancouver or Mississauga area, don't miss out on our upcoming Canadian Immigrant Fairs. Find out more, of course, at canadianimmigrant.ca/career fair. With that, thank you, everybody. Have a great rest of the day. And thank you to all the speakers and attendees for giving us your time. Thank you so much.